Hi, I'm Camilla.
And I'm Kang, and we are
the FI Resellers. We have a what sold video for you. We're going to go over some of our best sales from the past week. We're going to go over some things that we might not pick up again so that you can learn a little bit more about what is selling online, what's selling well, and what is not selling well, so that you can make even more informed decisions about your business. So let's get into it.
Yeah, the first thing we sold were these black boots by Harley Davidson. Really nice. We sold them for $76 on Poshmark.
Yeah, so I had these listed for $100 and a buyer came in and offered me $76. That was a great offer. I had them listed for a little while, a couple months, so I was happy to accept that offer and send them out, and I hope that the buyer loves them. They were such cool boots, like really kind of a classic style. They had a knit lining on them, which was really cute. So.
Yeah. And we had gotten those from the bin, so we'll take 25% off. That's a great deal.
Yeah, exactly.
We sold these funky crane pants by Zara for $40 on Poshmark. Really surprising. $40, come on.
Yeah, so not all Zara sells for a good amount. Actually, most of it doesn't. Most of it, is in like the $15, $20 range, and we leave a lot of it behind in the bins. But I picked these up because I thought they were really cool, and I thought they might be what some people call a blogger favorite, meaning that when a new line of Zara comes out, bloggers will often buy it, and then they'll do like outfit pictures with it, and those are things that people are looking for, and once they're sold out, then you can't get them anymore, except on resale sites. When I originally looked up comps, I could see that these were doing really well. And so I priced mine at, I think, $50, and I accepted a $40 offer.
Nice.
Because, I hadn't had them listed for a little while, and they just got a ton of attention. And usually I list about 20% up of what I want to get. And so this was the perfect, offer for me.
Nice.
So that was a great deal.
You might have seen this one in our ThredUp Rescue Box. If you haven't watched it, we'll put it up there. But we had gotten this from that men's 100-pound ThredUp Rescue Box. We sold this Disney Spirit jersey for $40 on Poshmark.
This was a great, find in that ThredUp Rescue Box, and it had a little bit of cracking on the writing, so that was why I priced it a little bit lower. And it was plain. It was just black and white. It wasn't like super fancy. And so I priced it at $40, and it sold pretty quickly for full price on Poshmark, which was awesome. It was just like, I just love full price sales on Poshmark. That's great. The buyer was really happy. She said that it was for her son for his birthday. So really excited about that. Spirit jerseys, I think, are unisex sizing. So I think I even had it listed under women's. In my title, I had unisex, but on Poshmark, you can't list things unisex. You can only list them in men's or women's, which I think is a little bit silly. I think you should be able to list unisex things, and it shows up when women search and when men search. It doesn't really make sense to me that it's so like rigid.
We're not going to talk about the Poshmark search right now.
Yeah.
The Poshmark search is like totally whacked out.
Yeah. But anyway, it seemed to work out for us for this sale anyway, so.
We sold this skirt. It was the Purple Label by Ralph Lauren for $55.30 on eBay.
This was lower than what I had listed it at. I had listed it for $75, and other people had, skirts by Ralph Lauren purple tag for even more. However, when I looked at the sell-through rate was really low on these skirts, and just on this label in general. And so I knew that I had to kind of price it a little bit lower than the competition, because there was a lot of competition for a buyer to buy a purple label Ralph Lauren skirt. So when someone came in and offered me $50, I decided to accept, because I thought, okay, here I have a buyer with such a low sell-through rate. I don't know if I'm going to get another one if there's really that much interest out there for this, at least on eBay and Poshmark. And so I accepted it, and really happy with that sale, because it was super cheap to, ship out, and it was super lightweight. We picked it up at the bins, and so it was like
next to nothing.
Yeah, like I think 4 ounces. So it was a great pickup. We probably only paid like 50 cents for it. 50 cents into $50. That's great.
Yeah, excellent.
We would do that all day, every day if we could.
Yeah, but you'll see in our cost of goods that on average, that happened to be $2.22. So each time we go to the bins, we just average it all out. But, considering the pricing for the bins and all that, it was less than half a pound. So whatever. We like to talk about it in that way. But really, our average cost of goods kind of works out to be about $2.
Right, because we have heavier things, lighter things, and so we just divide it evenly.
Facebook Marketplace local pickup. This one was a Coleman Stove. Really nice sale. $50 cash. It was just so good.
Kang had posted this on our different, buy, sell, trade groups that we're in locally. It was only for local pickup. We weren't going to ship this.
Right.
It was just going to be way too complicated to ship it.
Yeah.
And so we did that, and we got some really good interest right away. So the person that bought it messaged us like almost immediately and was like, I'll be there tomorrow. I would love to buy this stove. Like, I'll give you, the money for it.
We even had set up a second person later in the day just in case the first person ghosted us.
Yeah. And then of course if you ever post in your local buy sell trade groups, there's always some busybody that comments like, you're selling this for way too much or whatever. And we got one of those that put the link to like a current, Target listing for the newer version of this stove, which is not what we were selling. But
we were selling a made in the USA vintage one, and the person that linked this other one was a imported one, not as good, and so we knew what we had. All these people were trying to bust our chops about it, and it was like, come on, just move on.
Yeah. Just like, if you don't want to buy it, just don't waste your time on it.
We see so many
scroll
people,
by.
Exactly. We see so many people on eBay posting about you can get this for so much cheaper elsewhere. This is probably the first time we ran into that on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, we were like, don't care. We have 2 buyers for this, so it doesn't matter.
Well, anyway, $50, that's what we posted it for. That's what the comps are going for on eBay plus shipping. So we figured, about $50 is what we wanted, and we got it. Okay, this one you might recognize because we've sold it before, and it got returned to us, and then we sold it again. It's this mauve, yellow, and pinkish velvet top that we sold for $40.90 on eBay.
This is a great top, and when I originally sold it, it sold super fast. I was like, oh man, maybe I pressed it too low. And then it didn't fit, so the person returned it. And so we relisted it. And I thought to myself, should I, raise the price? And I was like, nah, we'll just, let it sell again. And then it sold again like overnight. So it was great. And we're really happy with that sale. We can try to, squeeze every single penny out of each sale, but that's not really our, business model.
Right.
We spend so little on, what we're picking up that when we get an offer or when we get something and it's like kind of reasonable in that same kind of realm, we accept it because we're just trying to multiply our money. It doesn't have to be like the biggest multiple we can possibly get.
Right.
It's like, no, we're just trying to keep things moving and keep our business going.
Yeah, we sold this bedazzled and embroidered, really nice Miss Me jeans for $49 on Facebook Marketplace.
This was a really interesting sale because, I don't know, maybe a month ago we had listed these and someone had come in and offered us, I think, $25 on Facebook Marketplace. And that week, we accepted that offer because we were trying to reach our goal. But Facebook, for some reason, canceled the offer and said it was like suspicious activity or something. By the time that we realized that, we had already deleted it off of all the other platforms because we thought we had sold it on Facebook Marketplace. I deleted it and relisted it, I guess, sometime this past week just on Facebook Marketplace, and it sold full price plus shipping. And that was really awesome because we were going to take $25 for it, but then it was canceled. So it sold full price after that. These were really, really nice jeans. So definitely worth $40. And we were kind of sad originally to like accept a lower offer on them because they were just so nice. Definitely pick up Miss Me's when you find them. We find them somewhat often in Houston and we love to pick them up, but there is stiff competition for the Miss Me's at the bin. So.
Oh yeah. Here's your monthly reminder to not sleep on quilts. Hashtag don't sleep on quilts. We sold this really nice double wedding ring scalloped edge, this quilt that had also 2 shams for $75 on Poshmark.
So this was, I think, a store-bought quilt. It wasn't homemade or anything like that. If it was, hand quilted or homemade, it would be worth a lot more. But since it's, it was mass produced basically, it's not worth as much, but it's still worth a good amount. And this was a really nice quilt. We got it from a friend, so we didn't have any cost into that. So we were really excited when someone came in and offered us this. And we were actually able to get it under 5 pounds because it sold on Poshmark, which was
so good.
So good. That felt like amazing.
Such a win.
Yeah, because if you don't know on Poshmark, if it's over 5 pounds, you have to pay for each extra poundage. And it's really expensive. Like
it hurts so much when it's like 5 pounds, 2 ounces. Oh no. So you really got to get it under 5 pounds.
Exactly. So something to be careful of. Like if you're on Poshmark, you're selling bundles, things like that. Just be careful about that.
We sold this scroll saw by Ryobi for $50 and it was a local Facebook Marketplace pickup.
Yeah, so this was another awesome sale. She tested it and it worked. Yeah. And we, I think, had picked it up at a garage sale.
Which we haven't published yet. We are kind of behind on these videos.
I know, yeah. But it was a great sale and we love these cash, pickups, and we definitely would not have wanted to ship that. It was super heavy.
If you ship it, you really have to put a lot more extra care into it. The thing about eBay is that the comps were going for about $90. You can open yourself up to the bigger market and get more money, but we didn't really want to, trouble ourselves with packing it up, the transportation of it all, and just the possibilities of it just messing up. And so we decided to go ahead and just do the local pickup. $50, we'll take it, turning $5 into $50 cash, no problem.
The thing about these cash sales is that it's really nice because it kind of feels almost like extra to us, where it's out of our ordinary, business practice in terms of, most things we list on eBay and online, and we ship them out. But to do these local pickups and to have them be like really good money, that's really nice. So overall we made $100 this week in cash. That's great. So we'll be able to use that money to go to garage sales and not have to worry about like getting money out of the bank.
More garage sale stuff in the future. Stay tuned. Okay, now let's talk about 2 duds that we will not intentionally pick up in the future. So this blue popover blouse by Talbots for $7 on eBay. Great.
Yeah.
We made a total of 78 cents profit.
So this was not something I would ever pick up in the future. It was a super plain Talbots top. It was a size small. Talbots, we do pick up a good amount of it, but we are trying to pick up less of it because we just have so much of it listed and not a lot of it is selling anymore. So we try to be really picky about what we're picking up, not these plain blouses and not in smaller sizes, things like that.
We also made the mistake of putting free shipping on it. So that was tough.
Yeah.
And it had sat for 522 days. It's one of those items where it's like, all right, see you later.
Goodbye.
So we sold this bundle on Poshmark that had 3 items, actually 2 Patagonia shorts and this random Athletic Works yellow top. And this particular top we had only priced at $5 because the other 2 items were much more valuable. We didn't want to degrade the cost of those 2 items. And so we assigned a $5 value to this one with the bundle. And it really only made us 79 cents. And so this one we had gotten from a thread rescue box. And so if it were up to us, we wouldn't intentionally pick up something like Athletic Works.
Right, exactly. So we do list pretty much everything that we get in those sort of rescue boxes, even items like this where when I did the comps originally, I found, they're selling for basically $5. The reason we do this is for, circumstances like this where someone can add it to a bundle and it can raise the price a little bit so that they offered, a little bit more for these 2, Patagonia shorts, and we're able to get rid of this item. So in, purchasing these thread-up rescue boxes, especially the 100-pound ones, you get a lot of men's items, and so it enables people to be able to bundle, especially on Poshmark. Poshmark makes it really easy to combine, listings into a bundle. So that's one of the pros of getting these thread-up rescue boxes is that often things will come in similar sizes. Like you'll get basically like one guy's donation, a big stack of stuff. And so people can bundle and it can, raise prices of, different items and things like that. So even though not everything in there, obviously not everything in there is like worth a lot. You can watch our unboxing. It's a lot of, just basic plain Jane things that are going to sell for not very much, but when you add it all together, it makes a difference. Okay, so here are our numbers from the past week. We sold a total of 73 items for a gross revenue of $1,847.69. Our cost of goods for those 73 items was $177.24. On eBay, we sold 26 items for $344.39. On Poshmark, we sold 30 items for $484.94. And on Facebook Marketplace, we sold 12 items for $261.42, and on Mercari we sold 5 items for $63.67.
Surprising. Poshmark. Wow.
I know. So I think this is like the first time in forever. Since we were pretty much only doing Poshmark, that Poshmark beat eBay. I don't think that we have done all that much differently this week. I think, it comes down to that Poshmark is changing their algorithm, changing their search, and for some people, it's benefiting them. For other people, it's hurting their sales. And it seems like it's changing week to week. Who are the chosen ones, that sort of thing. I can tell you, I can give you tips on, send out offers, be active on the app, things like that. But honestly, it's nothing that you don't already know to do to make sales on Poshmark.
I think it also has to do with eBay kind of having a down week. I've heard a lot of people say that eBay is kind of just not great for them right now. And so that's part of it. But if you want to know our naming mechanic for Poshmark, we'll have a video there for you where Camilla goes through listing on Poshmark and the naming mechanic is what we use for every single item. It's a very standard type of SEO optimized way of naming these things, and it might help you out if you are trying to change something up, or you can go with the standard 3-word title that some people are finding some success with.
For all of these experiments, in reselling, it's kind of a focus group of one. So I can tell you what has worked for me, but that won't necessarily work for you. In my personal experience, it does seem like if you complain about low sales loud enough in front of your phone, you do get more sales. So that has just been my own experience with these apps.
Try it out.
Try it out. I think that they're listening to you and they're afraid that you're going to close your account if you don't get more sales. So then it, speeds up your account.
We did complain a lot about Poshmark last week, so
I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, the final profit.
So the final profit for the week was $1,154.42.
Pretty good.
So
we were very, very nervous about this week. Near the end of the week, we were like, are we going to meet our goal of $1,000? We did.
Yeah, we did. So it was a lot lower of an average sale price this week compared to last week. We sold almost 10 more items and we, made about the same amount. And so that is something that we are trying to do right now, is clear out old inventory. So we are selling things for a lower amount than we usually would be. That's okay.
Yeah,
we're okay. That's what we're trying to do with our business right now. So we know that that's, the outcome that's going to happen with that.
With over 900 items listed, it's going to take a little bit of time. So we're slowly going to just cut all these smaller sales out. I decided to rename this segment Building Wealth. And what I want to do is continue to update you on this total stock market index experiment, but also we're going to talk about in general, and we're talking about how we're building wealth with regard to the strategies we're using and just a lot of other mental things so that you can at least maybe get your feet wet and kind of get yourself started. And so right now, this is where we're at on our total stock market index experiment. We're still down. To us, it's kind of just like normal now. And that's okay. We continue to put money into it, knowing that it'll eventually go up. We consider this pretty low risk if you didn't already know. Like the total stock market index is
historically reliable.
Yes, historically reliable. And so what we want to do is tell you that, this is never investing advice, but we have chosen this based on our own risk tolerance. And our risk tolerance is relatively low. That's why we buy things from the bins. The risk there is low, so that we can sell higher. And so that's just part of our mentality. And if you have that type of mentality, then this is the price that you pay. When you are down $400 like we are, this is next to nothing compared to everyone else who is day trading and kind of taking on the risk of huge swings. When we think about the risk that we're taking here, it is simply the price to pay for playing this type of game.
You also have to remember that there's a difference between risk and volatility. So risk is saying, that there's a possibility that this could, go down and then it never goes up again. There are individual stocks that have done that. Sears in the 1970s, that was like the stock to have. It was, the, company that was doing great. And now it's never going to go back to, where it was in terms of, value.
Right.
But then volatility is, that these prices of these index funds are going up and down. And so the price that you pay for the returns, the historic returns on this index fund, the total stock market index or the S&P 500 is, about 10%. So that's what it's done in the past. It's no guarantee that that's what it's going to do in the future, but you can say, okay, for 50 years, this is what it has on average returned. And so it's not necessarily risk as much as it is day to day, it's up and down. So that's what volatility is. And that's the price that you pay for those returns. And so if that is like psychologically too much for you, that you can't handle the up and the down and seeing your money go up and down, then you can invest in other avenues like bonds or annuities or things like that that are quote unquote safer. You aren't going to see that change like that. However, you won't make the same returns. So on bonds, you're going to make a lot less in terms of interest. And same with annuities, you might not have that same, amount that's coming out to you. You just have to know your own psychology and know, what matters more. And can you, control your emotions as an investor to be able to, get those good returns. Okay, so we don't have a community BOLO this week. So if you want to send one into us, send us a DM. We would love to feature you in one of our What Sold videos. We love, shouting people out and showing their great sales. So
yeah, it's basically free advertisement.
Yeah, I know. Let us be your cheerleaders. So if you have something that is sold pretty well, send us a DM or send us an email. We would love to feature you. So leave a comment down below how your sales have been this week. Are you still on, Poshmark's burn list? Are you on, the hot list? What are you on in terms of Poshmark if you're on that platform? Did you also notice on eBay that it was kind of a down week? let us know down in the comments. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. That tells YouTube that this is a good video and that people like it, and that we like seeing those thumbs up. It makes us feel super gratified. So give us a thumbs up, and if you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing. We do these what sold videos every Monday, and we love sharing our sales with you. And we also do bin hauls, tips and tricks, garage sale videos, lots of different things. So make sure that you are subscribed if you are interested in reselling and all of that kind of stuff. We would love to have you.
Keep that passion burning, y'all. We are, discouraged about eBay. We're kind of sad about it, but we're taking it in stride. Poshmark's doing well. We're hitting our goals. And so all things considered, we are doing well. We hope that you're doing well, and we are really cheering you on. We'll see you later.
Bye. We met up with the guy. He, pulled out a crisp $50 bill, which was so awesome. Like, I was really worried that he was gonna do what we do when we go to Facebook logo pickup and try to say, "Oh, I don't have change. Can you do 40 instead of 50?"
No, don't tell them that. We can't tell our audience that we're low ballers.